call this meeting to order.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the June 21st meeting.
I move. I second.
All yes vote.
Yes.
Anyone sign in, Brenda?
No, sir.
Under administrative action, we have A, B, C, and D. I see you got Kathy Aiken.
Correct. Yes, sir. And B, that I gave two options, and I would like to see the board adopt A under the contract with ZMN, my recommendation. And I would like to take C, pull C off, because the SBA will fund this project. So C, I'd like to take off. And D, for clarification, that protects us only for the incoming electric. For example, if there's something hit by lightning somewhere prior to coming into our school, this will take care of it. A car wreck, a mudslide, it protects us so when one phase goes out, they all will go out before it can do damage. If something happens internally in the school, of course, this won't protect us. Everybody understand that? But lately, as you well know, most of everything has been external, and this will take care of it. And I recommend the board pay for this. Vote for it.
Would there be anything happen internally like that?
Anything's possible can happen inside on electric, but it's normally not. It's the outside that's been hurting us, not inside.
What this does is anything that calls back latching, or like the other night where the electric was coming and going on and off, and
It does us
if
good.
it stays down for, I think, 30 seconds, this automatically kicks all the electric off inside the building and protects the equipment. We've got so much equipment up there that's got computer stuff in it, and also we've got equipment that runs on what's called three-phase. And if they lose one leg, well, the equipment's still trying to run, but it's running on low voltage and burn up transformers and everything else. And this will stop
It's
that.
cost us several $1,000s since since the beginning.
I know you all had mentioned before something about a cost several.
Is this the same thing that you were
Yes.
working with them on Fred?
Yes,
Same thing?
yes. And we're also checking on Horse Creek if we need it up there before we run into the same problem we had here.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's all I had on the administrative.
Does anyone have any questions on any of this?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the administrative items and choose as recommended by the superintendent option A with CMN Incorporated.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Priestley, second by Mr. Martin.
We need to make a
And
motion.
we're pulling item C.
And you want to put that in yours, or do we need to make it full
No,
C?
that's fine.
Yes, I'm sorry. If that's permissible, I'll just ask you to include it on there.
I don't know, yes vote?
And I'll second the same.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I ask one question, Mr. Rich, just for clarification? It talks here about reviewing on both of them, reviewing and revising portions of current CEP. Of course, I'm assuming after the board has chosen if it wants to revise the CEP.
Absolutely.
Okay. I assume that.
What they do is the public, they'll come in with the committee, and actually the committee will be making a recommendation. If there's any revisions to the CEFP, then they'll ask the board to approve that, or they'll ask, here's our recommendation, it's up to the board and superintendent to, go forward. But you are correct.
Right. I mean, because just like before, when they did the 10-year plan, they kind of worked on the community and came in and made recommendations. I'm correct.
The board has to approve everything to change the CEFP.
Okay, so these are community groups or even individuals, and it's not, again, the same CFP committee, although those same people can have input, but not as a CFP committee. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, the change has to be sent to the state and they approve.
After you have to approve it first.
Right.
And then they'll approve it. And I wouldn't see any problems unless there's some huge things that will come up. Then we could always ask them what their thoughts would be from the state superintendent. And that's normal, not a takeover county, that's any county. You have to go through that procedure.
Well, I'm just thinking, with the way, depending upon the school board, we're really not going to have to prioritize things, so that would be something we don't have to deal with. But there may be, then we may want to look at maybe some possible changes in reconfiguration somewhere, right?
Yes, sir. All that will be forthcoming as they work.
Proceed through it, get public input.
And I'll repeat that the goal, I think at this time, of course, the new superintendent, people will be talking with, but I think we're kind of setting the goal a year from this December. A year from this December in finalizing it. So, and then if you come back, I think it has to be 3 months prior to get it on a bond call, do everything appropriately, timelines wise. So they felt like this December is just too quick to make that turnaround. So just give you a little idea, but the date can change, of course, depending on how you feel. And again, with the new superintendent and committee, so just throwing out information.
So when would this go? When would this, in theory, be on the ballot?
December 12th.
It'll be on the ballot in December. Okay.
12.
It's not run in November. It's separate. Okay.
Again, that's all subject to change.
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is just kind of like speculation. I have nothing etched in stone. Any ideas forthcoming will be brought to the board.
Donna's making fun of
I
your
just said,
sign.
and on your sign, which will be etched in stone.
It will be etched in stone, literally.
Okay, we're ready to move on to finances? Marty?
Okay.
You have the floor.
Brittany, did you get them a copy? Okay.
I should have.
So we have payment of invoices.
That's the thicker. There.
This,
$987,901.12. And these are just all the last minute things that we could get processed, and I want to get them out of here before the end of the year. Is there any questions on those? Okay, approval of budget supplements. $8,660,781.87. Now, I did provide you guys with this little spreadsheet that details the new money that's coming in. And it starts on line 70, second page, line 70. That's the new money that went into our budget. And I just would like to say that our budget right now today is $64 million. So we're dealing with lots and lots of money here in this very small county. We have budget transfers of $1,528,601.24, and that's just simply, maybe we budgeted as a supply and it needs to be a travel. So it's not new money, it's just budgeting to more define how the money's actually spent. Item D, we need to designate any money in project 001 through 00999 as designated funds. That is mostly Medicaid money and our levy money. Item E is salary schedules for next year. Item F, this just kind of came up from a visit from Bill and Cheryl Bryant. Cheryl retired from Logan County, and it just dawned on us that she's entitled to the county pension due to option B, which says if you taught in Lincoln County for 25 years and you retire, you're entitled to a county pension. So after we thought about Cheryl, then we thought, well, Dave Lucas is entitled to it also. So that's only two people that we can remember that, or we can think of.
Somehow I didn't make Dave Lucas on there. I'll revise that some time. We'll get him next time.
Okay.
But Dave Lucas is supposed to be.
Yeah. And he has 34, David has 34 years of service. And then item G is the financial statements, March, April, May. Finally got caught up a little bit here.
I just wanted to ask for one thing on the financial statement ending May the 31st.
Uh-huh.
Over on page 13.
No.
Well, I was gonna say that, but what I wanted to see is this one here on the legal services, right? So are we saying at the end of May that we had $230,000 we spent?
Yes.
Now, is that then just with 1 month to go, this fiscal year ending June the 30th?
June the 30th.
So it's 230 with 1 more month to go, right? Now, do you know right off whether or not all the legal costs, like the Hart property legal fees, are they included in that 230? They aren't.
No, because this is a general fund only. And then the legal fees for the land is just going to be in the cost of the land acquisition. That is going to be included in that because it's a cost of obtaining that land.
So to determine what it was, what would you have to see what the...
I would have to go do a breakdown.
I mean, what the individuals were paid and then what the difference is?
Yes. And I have that broken down in my office, Steve, in more detail. Okay?
I'd just like to know when the year ends, how much we spend on all legal
Okay.
fees. Thank you.
Will do.
Did it include personnel somewhere?
She has a question about, should we include the person?
Not for her, but I mean our personnel schedule. It's not on our agendas.
Well, I sent you a revised one today, electronic.
No. Is it Jim? Are she talking about that right there?
Yeah. Yeah, read it. She sent it to us.
Yeah, Miss
And I read it. but
Gave it to me today.
But we can look over and just approve it even though she's not here.
Yeah, if you have any questions, I can probably answer them for you.
You need a motion for finance.
A motion for
Okay,
finance.
I'll make a motion, we approve the financial statement as presented.
A second.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Okay, we've got a personnel agenda here. So everyone had a chance to look at it. Any problems, questions?
First young lady will go to work when school starts, but they were actually having a meeting this week for the new Harts School, Harts Intermediate, Harts Primary teachers to get together at Stonewall. And they wanted to invite this young lady to attend and be part of the group, so we wanted to get her hired. Of course, the second one is a critical skills summer program, so we want to get her approved quickly so she can.
Now, the effective date for Tia, just a question here, for Tia is 2011, 2012, so when does that begin, July 1? We can back up and pay her for that?
Well, I don't know that they're getting paid, they may be getting a stipend, but at least she is approved as a teacher. She's on the roster of teachers for this coming school year.
But she's already been hired, hasn't she?
No, this
is,
we're hiring her today.
I mean, she hasn't worked in the county before.
No, as a sub, she did several years ago, and I think she's come to us from Logan.
can we make it effective as
just
of
told me to use
this week
2000.
or something. I mean, I don't know, is that?
You could add it to the motion that this is the effective date of hiring, but if she is going to work with the school on a retreat, then you want to include her, I think for the record, so she doesn't gain seniority. It has to be 2011.
When is she going on this retreat?
She's
They're there now. All the staff is there now.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I hadn't thought of that.
Just hate to give everybody a stipend but her, you know.
I think what I would suggest is that somehow you come back and retroactive do something versus doing it now, because I'm just afraid it might put her ahead of everybody else, and I'm not sure
I
that
hadn't thought about the secret.
what she
I
wants.
think that's
Yeah.
wise, because we do want her to get paid.
Right.
Give her 10, so.
And that could be taken out after the fact.
We'll just go ahead and hire her now, and then later, if we decide to give her a stipend, we can go back and,
If on a recommendation, maybe the principal or something.
yeah.
Yeah, especially you don't know who's going to get sick and who's not, you know, so you don't even know.
She
who's
may not
gonna
even be
attend.
there, who knows?
Right.
Okay.
Make a motion that we accept the personnel schedule as indicated.
I'll say.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Anything else before we adjourn?
I have one question before you leave. The final element of local control, when does that, is it being pushed or?
That decision will probably occur in the first month of July at a state board meeting.
A decision will be made, or?
In other words, they haven't really done anything officially.
Okay.
They've allowed officially to hire the new superintendent. As far as the monitoring goes, or the memorandum of understanding, when does that over and so forth, all that will be at the first meeting in July, and also they have to have the personnel audit by the OEPA at that time also.
Okay.
At that meeting, after that meeting, I'm sure they'll send some letter or something of what to transpire.
Okay.
If it needs to be, I'm sure they'd come down, but I don't think they would need to address in person. I think they'd send a letter.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
And that's for curriculum and instruction I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm talking about everything.
Yeah, the whole. Yeah. Okay.
Everything.
Yeah.
If I might, I have something.
All right.
On Pleasant View, there has been break-ins, robbing of conduit, or you know what I'm trying to say, copper.
Yeah.
And we're getting 2 estimates, one for actually demolition of everything, and the second one is of boarding it up, which would be quite expensive also. At which time we're hoping to be able to come back, you know, the next board meeting and have some kind of an estimate for you all to vote on as to how to proceed. Both are costly. One would probably be 2 or 3 times more, but if you board it up, you'd hate to pay for the, you know, it's kind of like lost money, you know what I mean, down to 2. So just wanted to keep you aware of it, and a reminder of the policies, the update for the policies, and the graduation policy. I talked with the curriculum team, and they are well aware of it. I've shared with them. I want the board to be aware of this, so everybody keeps up on this, so it's never again the obstacle that was for us in trying to do everything at once. It's kind of like baby steps now. And that's all I have at this time.
You're just saying there that prior to school starting, they're going to come forward with something.
Yeah, they need to come forth soon, because you want a little time for it to, you know, go out on comment if it's major changes. After graduation, these things don't change majorly, you don't have to.
And then their handbooks and all that to reflect.
Correct. And by the way, the handbooks already had to be sent out. Their agendas for the handbooks already been sent to be printed. That's already happened, so this would have to be an addendum to that. Any changes made.
Just insert the changes in the booklet.
Anyone else have anything?
We have some after, so stick around. We have something after.
Brenda, you usually do us a sheet of attendance for, could you possibly do that for us?
Sure.
It really helps me to go by that, do my mileage.
Okay, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn July the 5th.
A second.
And his greetings also to you. And we'd like to present you with a card which reads, I know you're wondering what will happen in the next chapter of your life. And the new beginnings, you'll have lots of new beginnings. And the card talks about what kind of new beginnings you may have, and signed by the board members, and with a $100 gift certificate to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, you eat any breakfast.
Yeah. So if we could get, Sean, would you take a picture of all of us up here, sitting this to him? You stand.
Going up
The
front.
rest of you sitting down.
Could we, Mr. Roach, could you sit toward you?
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
I like to vary things a little bit.
Do it.
He's still in the chair.
Still on the chair.
The women have it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hold it.
You sure can. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much. Investigation.